Let's watch and see. That should be working now. If we hit the reconnect. If not, we're gonna make a cup of coffee either way, because I need a cup of coffee. And we've got a backup plan, don't you worry one bit. You got it going, Max? If not, we can always switch over to my computer and maybe do it over there. Yeah. It shouldn't be that difficult. While that is brewing, we'll get this checking. That should all be fine. You're not seeing it on the Moola page, what you're suggesting?
Not seeing it.
So if you come to live here, you can see it's live right there, sweetie. There we go. So making our cup of coffee, again, sorry for the change in links and everything else. That will all be fine here. We'll let people kind of migrate their way on over. I realized that link was well, it worked, but it wasn't the correct link. So we are making an Americano, which I believe is the greatest cup of coffee ever to be made. We're gonna make a cup of coffee, and then we are gonna sit back and really talk kind of all things investing in what we do, in the markets, in everything else as far as that goes. So really looking forward to that. If you are hopping on here, leave me a comment. Where are you watching from on this beautiful Sunday as well? Also want to make sure audio is good. You know, we had those few little technical hiccups there at the beginning. That was my fault. I set it up on my computer when I should have set it up on my phone, and it was expecting a webcam, and I kind of threw everything off there. So we had some issues with that first link at the beginning. But hey, we are here now. We're making a cup of coffee in the Bluey mug, which is appropriate. Ella and Gavin, who I'm sure will make an appearance, came by to. They'll say hi in a bit, but this is my Father's Day gift. It says, "My dad is awesome." So, Magda, of course, is behind the camera, mic'd up. You'll be seeing her in a second. We'll say hi to everybody, sweetie.
Hello. Thanks for joining us.
She's hiding over there real quick. Good to see everybody. Almost there. Now, I'm a little bit different. I sweeten my coffee with honey. If you remember, and this idea of a coffee show is not new, is it, Magda?
No.
If you remember from back in the day, some of you may remember, we used to do a coffee show. We're getting back to it now. And I always sweeten my coffee with honey. It's just the right way to do it. It really is the right way to do it. Let's do this here. Stir it up, mix it up. We'll make the migration over. We're gonna sit at the kitchen island. This is just like off the phone, super casual, nothing too fancy. We'll do all this. It's always too hot to drink. You know, like when you go to Starbucks, you gotta ask for a kid's temp or something like that, because it's just like, that's how it is sometimes. Let's make our migration over without spilling anything. My dad's awesome. Your dad's awesome too, probably. Let's sit down here. Let's make our coffee. Let's see. Okay, good job, Max. You got that coming around. Looks good. Let's see.
So they don't want to see the baby seat.
They don't want to see the baby seat? Well, they're going to see the baby seat a little bit as well. Hey, Rami, good to see you on here as well. Check in. Where on earth are you watching from? Now, a lot of you have YouTube names and stuff, so I need like your real name, and then of course, I want to know where you're watching from so we can check in as well. My beautiful wife is going to make her way around with her iced coffee over here as well. As she migrates over, Ella, do you want to come say hi to everybody? She's been waiting.
Hi, Moola. This is Mr. Moo.
This is Mr. Moo. He is in the running for the Moola mascot, apparently.
Yeah.
Mr. Moo, the Moola cow, it says. It's very well done, baby. And he's got dollars, he's got money.
Yeah, money.
It's very impressive. I think it's a strong contender for the Moola mascot. Thank you, sweetie. It's perfect. It's perfect. Love you too, baby. All right, come over here, Max. Sit down. We got to talk. I got comments up here, so leave some comments. Say hi as well. So this is not a new idea. By the way, your iced coffee was already pre-prepared, so we just could cut right to the chase.
Yeah, I had to do a flavor test first.
And make sure it's all ready,
yeah.
Huh? This is not a new concept. Many of you know us historically, back, as Ella would say, in the olden days, right, Ella? Ella would say, back in the olden days, Dad, you used to do a coffee show. It was our last business.
Yes.
Actually, we did a coffee show. And that was a very different niche, we'll say. For those of you who know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
I said, what a fun idea to get like on the weekends, hanging out, like having a cup of coffee, didn't even shave. It's a 3-day weekend. Like I really didn't feel like shaving, sorry. Or like I haven't had a haircut in like 12 years, but it's okay. This is welcome to that. This is the house, right? You're hanging out with us on a 3-day weekend, and we wanted to really chat in this episode 1. And I'm assuming this will be continuing episodes. My beautiful wife is currently with child.
It's a great way to say it.
So, I mean,
Can you tell?
there could be an episode 2 next week. We might live stream from the hospital. I'm not sure.
We don't know.
You don't want to miss an episode,
Surprise,
though.
Right?
Anything's possible. I wanted to dive into today for episode 1. Rami, you know this. Many of you have been following us since the very beginning, and the very beginning has been measured in months, right? Moola's not even a year old just yet. But really about starting where we are, kind of going back to the basics, why we started Moola, kind of some of the money lessons we were never taught, and we both have really great parents, but some of the money lessons even we were never taught, mostly because they didn't know themselves,
Didn't know, yeah.
right? And working through some of those things. What I wish I knew in my 20s, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I'm sure some of you probably thought that. Probably thought, gosh, he must be like
When you shave, maybe, but not
not now.
No.
They're like, he's like 40. Not there yet either. Not there yet either. My voice squeaked. You hear that? See, I'm still young.
Right.
And then we'll talk about behind the scenes, what's really kind of cooking at Moola, including Mr. Moo and everything else that the kids have worked up as far as that goes. Ella's passing Mr. Moo back over. We showed it. It's impressive. So let's get to it, Mags. And her proper name is Magda. I call her Mags. You'll hear lots of nicknames. I can call her Mags. I don't know if you can call her Mags.
How do you spell it?
M-A-G-S? It's just easy. It's just easier. Magda, will you talk about kind of where the idea for Moola came from? So many of you know us from our past business.
Yes.
We made an exit from that business. We retired for about 48 hours.
Not true. He retired for maybe 20 hours.
She got tired of me and kicked me, said, get back to work. Get back to work.
48 hours.
You did 48 hours. I didn't wait that long. Okay. So let's talk about really the genesis, the beginning of where Moola came from, so everybody kind of gets a better understanding. 'Cause I think your perspectives, we have different perspectives, but I think it's important to know and understand.
Yes.
While I have a sip of coffee.
Yes, so some of you know my husband, that he's a learner at heart. And there is something very interesting about him that when situations get tough, some people decide to get in fear, so he decides to learn. And we went through a season during COVID that it was difficult, very difficult. For us, as for so many families. We were business owners, we had to meet payroll, we had to, kids. We had some very, heavy expenses and bills that came our way. And instead of Jason getting into fear, he went into learning mode. So he decided to learn about, get deeper into understanding, into investing, because we believe that it's in the moments of decision that your destiny is shaped.
Absolutely, and you look at investing, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but you look at investing and it's like, if you don't have a degree in finance, forget a degree, I had a master's degree in finance and grew up on Wall Street, like you don't know the tools that are even available to you in the palm of your hand, because it's almost like finance is purposely meant to keep you confused.
Yes.
Some of you remember this from when we were doing like the 14-day Moola challenge and some other things, other live streams. I talk so much about how money is a game. Really, there's two games, money and health. Money and health are two games that everyone is thrown into, but not everyone is told the rules. Meaning you are thrown into the arena, but not everybody tells you the rules. If we sit down to play a game of Monopoly and I know the rules and you don't, I'm gonna whip your booty every single time and you don't stand a chance. You're in the game, but you don't know the rules. Health and money, that applies to.
Yeah. So he decided he said, man, I know I need to invest. We have a little bit of money that we have to put to work because COVID situation was ugly, plus all the situation that we're facing at that particular season. And he said, I need to hire the best of the best, but guess what? They're not even going to talk to me because I don't have $100,000 to invest, or I cannot. At that time we didn't.
No.
I cannot afford their high fees. And by the way, there is something we need to do now. I
Yeah.
don't have time to go through the entire recruiting process and try to find somebody that will even listen to me.
Yeah.
So he went into the self-taught route, and it was because he decided to leverage technology,
Right.
to use a different platform at that case, and that, back then, a couple years ago. So then, long story short, he decided to learn, and he decided to teach me how to show me how it was working a little bit. It was so complicated. I didn't even know.
Well, the brokerage account we were using, I showed her, it was a challenge even to
Yes.
log in. I was trying to educate her on understand our cost basis, right? If you had to sell something, what's most advantageous to sell? Tax loss harvesting strategies. And some of you I use 2 words, cost basis and tax loss harvesting. You're going, okay, this is like, dude's already way over my head here. But in an interface, and I won't name the brokerage we were with,
Yeah.
but in an interface that was literally so clunky and so difficult to understand, she came to the conclusion that, Jason, if something happened to you, we are very blessed with these finances. I have no clue how to even access them. Like if something happens to you, I got to pay the mortgage next month, and I don't even know where to get the money, how to get the money out.
But that is just one thing. Or say you can reach out to customer support and they can help you. Fantastic.
If you're on the account.
If you are on the account. Here's the other situation. How do I make the buy, sell, hold decisions? I don't even know what data to look at.
Right.
What does that even
And
mean?
I had this really nerdy spreadsheet with all these formulas. Actually, the original formula is still written on my whiteboard in my office that powers the Moola meter, one of the many. And I remember showing her, it's this easy spreadsheet. Look, it's this. And I'm square rooting stuff and everything else. And by the way, I hated math as a kid. And she's like, I thought you didn't like math. I'm like, well, when it comes to this, and aviation math and money math, I like it.
So we came to the realization that I said, okay, my husband is used to flying. And being a pilot, he is used to fly at 30, to 200 knots.
Sure.
And at the same time, he's fed so much data through through the instruments. At the same time, he needs to be aware of the environment, and he's so quick. It's in his nature in making decisions while based on the environment and based on the data that is being fed to him.
Right.
That was in his nature. It wasn't my case.
And it's not just decision making.
Yes.
It's I've got forget a fork in the road. That's an A and B. I've got an A, B, C, D kind of options here. And then in investing, you really need to diversify across all 4 of those forks. Let's say, like, there's just so much that goes into it. So at this point, we're now selling our business. I kind of have this revelation that, wow, this is complex.
Yes.
It took me a long time to figure this thing out. How do we bring this Wall Street power into the hands of the people, into the hands of the everyday people, so they can create their own sense of financial freedom? Because let me tell you something, we did not start out rich. I'm going to say something, and I say this very, very humbly. I mean that. We went from living in a very tiny little apartment complex. Ella is my witness. Ella, you were there in the little tiny apartment complex that we lived in. I say the second part very humbly, not to impress you, but to impress upon you. We went from living in the tiny apartment complex to owning about 600 units in various apartment complexes. And that was not done overnight. That was done with these small, purposeful steps to gain traction. Many of you heard me say the analogy of the 20-mile march. How do you get across the United States and win the race? Well, it's 20 miles every single day. Rain, snow, sunny days, you even throttle back. It's managed, and your investing is the same way. You get a hot tip, you don't go all in, right? Because they say tips are for waiters sometimes. And that can slow you down as well. Like, it's just consistency over time is what really brings in the investments and pays the bills.
And it doesn't matter where you start. We were at the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of the pile.
Yes, that is very true.
And no matter, you may think right now, oh, good for you, but you don't know my situation. Our situation wasn't pretty.
No.
And we didn't even know how we were going to meet the first of the month payments, bills,
payroll in the business.
Yes, everything. And through
Yeah.
prayer and say, no, we are not going to participate in fear. We are not going to get paralyzed. There is a better way, and we believe it and took action. And you can do too as well.
Well,
yeah.
let's switch gears to that. Let's talk about the money lessons we were never taught.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give two. You think of two?
Wow.
I might steal them. One I was taught at a very basic level. The other one I just wasn't taught at all. And this is no fault of my parents, mom and dad, if you're watching, I love you. They just didn't know themselves, and now they do know. In fact, it's funny, my mother now calls me asking for investment and financial advice and everything else, like as does her father, you know? So it's fascinating.
Yeah.
The first is this, and this is true of everything in life, and this is gonna sound so crazy, but you get what you give. You're thinking, this is a really weird place to start, Jason, about a money lesson. But allow me to explain. If you want to create, I'm not talking rich, I'm talking create wealth, you have to help others on that journey. Now, I'm sure some of you, your mind jumps to, oh, but that evil person, they did this, they scammed everybody, but yeah, they're probably, if they're not locked up yet, they will be, right? Or something's gonna happen. Their world will come crashing down. These things all come back from that standpoint, if you understand what I'm saying. So what I'm suggesting is, you have to take others with you. You have to help others. Your wealth is not just for the accumulation of yourself. Your wealth is to help others along the journey. Whether that's a heart for the homeless, a heart for widows, a heart for whatever that is, like you have to, like it's a must, it's a non-negotiable. You have to help others in that process. The other that I wasn't taught as much, I learned much later and from reading books like Think and Grow Rich and other books, is the power of your words. If you believe you cannot find success financially, that will be your truth. Let me put it another way. If you believe you'll never get ahead, if you believe you're probably not going to get that promotion, you're right. You probably won't get that promotion. This carries over not just to your finances, but to your personal relationships. Men always do this to me. Women always treat me this way. This always happens to me.
Guess what?
It's true. That will always happen. I'll tell you a story because Ella's sitting right over here, and maybe Ella remembers this. We're very strong on the kids with the power of their words.
Yes.
And I remember one day Ella came running into our room, and she was not feeling her best, and she said these words at like 2 a.m. Maybe you remember, Ella. She said, "I can't stop coughing."
Yep.
And I remember I looked at her and I said, "You know what? You're probably right. If you keep talking like that, you won't be able to stop talking." So we led her through just a little prayer. We worked on changing her words. She went back to sleep and had a great night's sleep. And this, you're like, Jason, this is like really woo-woo, like crazy stuff. But I'm telling you, words are seeds. I know yours, I saw you write it down here, is similar to those words or seeds. If you want to share that.
Absolutely. So I was not taught by my parents because of their lack of understanding in the power of the words. And my mom was always saying, save for a rainy day. Guess what?
If you believe a rainy day is coming, a rainy day is going to come. And by the way, I want you to save.
Yes.
We have savings set aside. You should have savings, emergency funds, different pockets to save these things. But it's the context of saying why you're saving.
Yes.
I'm saving for a rainy day. Words are seeds. Says a rainy day will come.
Yep.
You can call it an emergency fund. You can call it a stress-free fund. Whatever you want.
Yeah, and the most important part that I think Jason is referring to is that you will make decisions if your purpose for this saving fund is for the rainy day. You will make decisions with the fear of a rainy day coming.
The AC is going to go out, or this is going to happen. The roof's literally going to leak. You have a physical rainy day.
Yes.
That is all true.
Yes, and another one for me that I wish I knew, or that nobody taught me, maybe because I came from another country, but is how credit cards and the credit score works.
Yeah.
I had to learn that later on, and Jason really helped me understand it. I don't know if today is the day, maybe another day we can do a full episode or really kind of, simplifying it.
Yeah, that's a full episode in its own, on the credit scoring system. So Many of you heard my wife's beautiful accent. She is from Mallorca. That's an island in the Mediterranean, a part of Spain, the Balearic Islands.
Wow, you said it
really,
right.
If you want to really get official. Where Spanish is not the primary language, believe it or not. Mallorcan is the primary language.
Yeah.
She didn't learn Spanish until like 10th grade. Anyways, as an immigrant coming here, welcome to America. I'd like to spend, I'd like to do these things, but we make it so difficult to get a credit card, to get a loan, to get a mortgage. And I just want to say something. I am not Mr. Anti-credit card. I'm not anti-mortgage. I'm not anti-auto loan. Like, there's got to be constraints. There's got to be rules around these vehicles.
Yes.
And I don't mean auto loans. I mean these financing vehicles, these lanes.
Yeah.
But I'm not against those things.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we live, I'm going to be as bold as to say, in a kind of a rigged system. Like, I don't want to get into it today. Remember I was telling you about how messed up. Maybe Equifax is watching, and I don't want to make them mad just yet. I'll save that for another episode. But these credit rating agencies, we'll debunk it one day. But you want to talk like it's not a conspiracy theory, like it's a fact. Like, it's so messed up how these things work. And you want an industry to disrupt if you're looking to create a fintech.
Yes.
It may not be Moolah's perfect lane to disrupt. We're going to disrupt something else. But the credit scoring system is really messed up, and it penalizes
Yes.
good people.
What is there anything you wish you knew in your 20s?
I didn't set up my first retirement account until my 30s. I was very blessed to be able to max that out and catch up. But I wish, like with these we're working on number 4, by the way now. Children.
Children.
Little JJ, Jason Jr. He's in there.
Junior.
He's in there kicking. She told me today, she goes, I feel like I'm having contractions. I said, we have a live stream today.
True
So
story.
if you could just wait a second, and hopefully before we can have one next week too. Setting up an investing account,
Yes.
a retirement account for these kids.
Yes.
Like Ella and Gavin both have Moola accounts, and Ella's all excited about it. The few $100s that are in there. Ella will be even more excited about it when she's like 35 and realizes, what do you mean I have $2.4 million? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And the math is there to do all of that. And we are helping. And by the way, they are great kids.
And by
They're
the
very
way,
studious.
this is not money that's coming from our pockets.
No.
This is not $2.4 million.
No.
That's
That's returns on investments. And again, they are working and selling things to neighbors and all sorts of stuff. Like, they're hustlers. There's no doubt about that.
They started with $10 that we gave them, and
They're over $100 now, and they're doing well with that. I mean, you've seen it with the $5
Yes.
Fridays. If you've
Yes.
watched any $5 Fridays, it is August 31st today. That account is over $1,000, and it's just been a few months of doing that since the inception of Moola. So what, 8-9 months?
Yes.
And already over $1,000.
yes, we are so many parents are very concerned and focused on, I want to leave an inheritance for my kids. Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
So many people say, I want to leave a house for my kids, or I want to be able to put them to college. I think we should kind of reframe this or redefine.
There's nothing wrong with those goals.
Yes, redefine the value of this inheritance. Because if we are able to leave them knowledge in investing, knowledge on the financial system or the financial game, they will be able to not only go to college, but afford the college fund, afford a house.
What good is leaving someone $2 million if you've not equipped them mentally to be able to manage it?
Yeah. The first thing they will do is to go get a loan or sell it.
Yeah, one of our neighbors works with ultra wealthy people in the Los Angeles area. So think, movie stars, musicians, this kind of stuff. And what he has noticed is usually, and there's studies that prove this as well. This is just his own observation. Usually by the 3rd generation, that money is gone. This is because the 2nd generation was usually too young or not paying attention enough to fully understand what did mom and dad do to make the money. They kind of had a rough idea but didn't pay attention enough. And then their kids literally have no idea what grandma and grandpa do. Yeah. And by the time it's passed down to them, the money is gone. Right?
And also the money and the knowledge and the skill.
You've got to pass down the knowledge on how to steward that. So that is why The goal of Moola is to not just make you rich
Yeah.
or wealthy. Really, it's financial freedom, but financial freedom comes with the knowledge beside it.
Yeah.
And we've got great new courses coming out in the next few weeks, so hopefully you have the Moola app already downloaded. You're in there. I see many of our customers, members, on this stream
Yes.
now. And if not, just search, Moola Invest is the name of the app. But there's some big things coming
Yeah.
to Moola as well. In the next, I would say 2 weeks, I'm waiting on a few approvals. We, as a scrappy startup, move faster than regulators move sometimes. So we're working on some really big things, including literally letting, how do I not let the cat out of the bag, but essentially, right now you follow the Moola meter and you manually make your trades. We're working on a solution that will just always make the most efficient, best, advantageous
Yes.
trades, buys, sells for you. Crypto, a lot of other cool, you see I'm wearing my blockchain shirt today. A lot of cool things coming in the next, I'm gonna say 3 weeks, hopefully sooner. We're moving at the speed of regulation.
Yes.
With that.
Exciting stuff.
So great stuff. So listen, I am almost done with my coffee. Why don't we wrap this up? Let's call this first episode a success.
Yes.
Assuming we are not in the hospital delivering a baby next week. I say we do this again next week.
Yeah,
and,
I agree.
and keep the momentum going, because we also need to be a living example
Yes.
of keeping the momentum going in our marketing, in your finances, in everything that you do. So hey, thanks for, welcome to the home. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bring your questions next time. Let's chat, kind of interact, and everything else. Listen, have a blessed, abundant, outstanding rest of your Sunday, everybody. We'll see you. Bye. Bye. Guess I gotta get up and stop the camera now, huh?
Right?
Yeah. I'm used to just hitting these buttons. Normally we do everything so fancy. See you, everybody.